Yo, SUC back in the building. Y'all know how we do over here. We ain't like you DACA frauds. Man, I just seen some very disturbing footage. You know what I'm saying? Very disturbing footage. I was invited to watch Garfield's live. You know what I'm saying? They said he was saying my name. So let me go see. That's cool. I've been saying your name for the last 5 days because you need to be addressed, nigga. And that's why I addressed him the way he did. I'm going to show you a clip what I did when I jumped on. I'm not ashamed. I'm not a bashful Hebrew. Y'all got the wrong one. Never been. And Garfield know me. I never been that way. What these dudes do is they violate you over and over again and keep violating Hebrews and Israelites. And then when you snap on them, they say, look how they act. Nah, nigga, them days is over with. You got what you deserve today, Garfield. I came on your show, and I'm just let everybody see what happened. What's going on, D-Red?
Oh, Kool-Aid, man, what's going down?
Did you see how they treated them brothers, Anonymous Hebrew and El Yara? Did you see what just
Nah,
happened
I ain't see
on?
today.
Man, they kept cutting
What
the
happened?
off, kicking them out every time he tried to make a point. Garfield, every time the brother tried to make a point, he'll kick him off and then try to change the subject. And I'm like, yo, this is why you want to stay in your channel, bro. So I'm gonna play this clip when I came in, and I just want your opinion on it, bro. Because look, I'm not apologetic. I do not care about you niggas. You niggas ops. You know what I'm saying? And Garfield, I did debate you on your channel. Your own nigga said I beat you. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead. Let me play this clip. Let me show you what happened.
Exactly. All right. Exactly. You see, Garfield is what's holding off between them and them exploding. They come with the pews, we debunk it.
You see that? He says Garfield is what's holding Israelites from exploding. So he doesn't want us to get big, but we are already big, nigga. That's why you're talking about us. You get views for it. Israelites are already a worldwide phenomenon, dummy. That's why you have what's going on in Demona. That's why you have that big movement with the Limba, and that made national TV, and everybody know about them now. Dummy. And that's why you have a channel, because of us, of how big and the magnitude. There's been books written about it, right? Even the so-called Jewish, the people that y'all accept, have created the Amishav movement and even incorporated these people. You understand the Ethiopian Jews have the same genetic markers as us and are accepted as Jews? Well, anyway, man, let me go back. Let me go back to my point because it's going to get real ignorant, man, because I'm not a bashful Hebrew. I'm not on that, oh, well, brother. Nah, that ain't me. You got to find somebody else. So this is when I came in the show. And it really was to taunt them to come over here because them niggas will never come over here. He wants you on his show so he can dominate the narrative and railroad the conversation. All right, so I think this is why I came in. I want you to jump on my channel.
Your channel for what?
So we can have a discussion. All right.
A phone that could work.
Hey, Garfield, send me a link to my thing, yo. I don't want to be on my phone.
Oh, to our Facebook?
Yeah, you can see. Hold on, I think I got. Hold on, let me see. Wait, I think I got it. Shit took to you. Yeah, all right, let me in. All right, I'm gonna get out of here.
I'll see you over there.
All right. All right. Hey, man, I jumped on here because Uncle was on here, man.
Oh, you don't want to talk about you're the guy you talk about every day? You don't want to talk?
I want you to jump on my channel. I've been on your channel before. I debated you here.
Your channel for what?
Jump on my channel for what? This is what I'm saying. This is the most disingenuous person ever. When we were on that phone talking, we made an agreement that I debate you on your channel. You debate me on a Hebrew platform, which was going to be Maccabees at that time. You still owe me that. And we were supposed to debate for money. Daniela can attest. I was going to send $500 and put in escrow, and you were supposed to send another $500. And the winner get the pot. That's a fact, bro. Kyle was on that phone call. Other brothers was on that phone call. Daniela was involved. You know what I'm saying? But you get in front of your audience, you lie, you play games. Nigga, bring your ass to the store so you can get scrutinized. Can't do it on your channel because as soon as we try to speak, you cut us off. You know what I'm saying? You try to dominate the narrative and try to make it where we play defense all the time. That's why I play a lot of offense over here. Because you niggas don't know how to play defense. Them days gone, nigga. Them Kim on trial days is gone. You're not finna sit here trying to back us up in the corner, and you don't have to answer shit. We solid on our information. And by the way, Kyle, when you gonna jump on the link? You said you was coming. What happened? You got goosebumps? You niggas is dagger frauds, boy. Oh, now the video.
Yeah,
I can't even play it. That boy done took the video down. Let me even try to replay it, brother. I didn't get to the point. The video's private now. That nigga made it private.
the whole thing boiled down to it is, man, that I told him on the show, man, you gotta motherfucking be willing to come up off your platforms, man, because that talking shit in a safe place, man, that's weak, man. Like my boy Walt P say, man, the boy is looking weak to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, because it's easy to sit over there. I would just be asking certain questions, and over there that time I was over there yesterday for that short time. I was gonna get back on there because I was gonna make Reggie source up because you said you can't show no Jews. There was no Messianic Jews in North Africa when the first Christians was Jews, and for the first Christians was in North Africa. Anyway, that's all in the story. But the point is, just me asking simple questions like, prove it.
Right.
We'll get the whole panel quiet. Okay, all of those, every black person that there was a Jew in West Africa or North Africa was a convert. Prove it, and they all
Prove it.
got quiet because you can't prove it. So it's easy to sit over there, and when you talking to, talking to the bullpen, what I'm saying, the people that's gonna be a bunch of yes men, and you
Exactly.
ain't got nobody questioning none of the stuff that you saying, and they just cheering you on. It's easy to sound good then, but
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to sound good when you got people questioning you. And I told you, Garfield, if you're listening, because I know you're listening, because I know you be listening, because you'll be making some of the points. So I know you're listening, and I said it, and I'm saying this right now. You don't got to come to the source. We can go to Aboriginal Power Channel, Chief Holiday Channel, Taharka Bay Channel. We can go to Sister Renee Encyclopedia's channel. We can go to I know a bunch of folks' channel we can go to. I can even pull Colin Mail at the resurrect him from the goddamn dead, and we can use his channel if we need to. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is you're gonna have to come up off that channel. We can use Brother Sanchez channel. You've been on Brother Sanchez channel before with when we tripped you up and made you had to admit that black people was already here before the slave trade. But that's a whole nother story.
Right.
You and Unc admitted that on Sanchez channel, but you won't admit that on your channel. You see how that works? When you on your channel, you stick to your narrative, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you got an audience, and you got to feed them the bullshit that you're saying. But when you got on Brother Sanchez's channel, you know what I'm saying, and you had to admit that yeah, black people was already here. You and Unc admitted it. So it's like, man, come on, man. That's why you got to come off them channels because you ain't got no protection. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't on Sarnetta, when you ain't on Dagger Squads, you ain't got no protection. Come up off them channels. You know what I'm saying? And I told you before, I got some young killers that will meet you anywhere on the neutral platform, and they will mop them because y'all don't really know the information, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you how I know, but I know a lot of them cats don't really know the information because they misquoting book pages and saying stuff ain't on certain pages. It is actually there, and I showed Kaya that it's actually there. So they don't really know what they think that they know, bro. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to fact check your fact checkers at this particular point because your fact checkers is
Right.
out of pocket. So I'm just saying, get your little clique or your crew or whatever that you need, and we can meet on a neutral platform, and you're not gonna make it out of there alive.
That's a fact.
Without your little crews, you're not gonna make it out there alive. Without your little audience to put that key in your back, you ain't gonna make it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make it out, man. So this is why it's important to sometimes have conversations on neutral platform. That's why I like that Sanchez conversation we had because everything that y'all talk, all that stuff y'all talked about them Aboriginals, and that whole of their premise was black people was already here. That's the base of their premise. Now the other stuff they get off into, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But the base of their shit was black people, some black people already here, and y'all admitted that it was. You know what I'm saying? So now with that, it goes to show how these conversations are needed on neutral platforms because it forces people to be honest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On your own platform, and it goes for anybody. So it's not relegated to just Garfield. It's just anybody. It's easy to sound good to people that ain't challenging you. This is why I tell my Aboriginal brothers some of the same stuff. You're gonna have to come up off these channels, bro. For people to really start taking you serious, you're gonna have to be willing to go on other people's channels, get your information scrutinized, get people to force you to prove what you're saying. That's has what made Israelites over the time go from one of the not so smart communities to one of the smarter communities because we'll go on Sinetta. We'll go on Dagger Squad. We'll go on these channels that are not friendly to the paradigm and force us to prove whatever it is we're saying. You see what I'm saying? And it forces us to do that. So no, other people, y'all just want to stay on these friendly platforms, and that's how I, as a person who go on, I go wherever the hell I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I go on Garfield platform, Air Power platform, and I'm gonna challenge everybody information. Why do I do that? Because it keeps me sharp, and that's why I know you're not sharp because you can't go nowhere else. You've been on Brother Sanchez show, Garfield, and that was the last time you went on a non-friendly platform. So you gotta come off this. You gotta come for anybody to take you, any real person to take that's been in this community long enough to take anybody serious. You got to be willing to go stand in that battle and be the only man versus two, three, four, five, six people.
He can't do it. He can't do it. And like I told him on the show, on his own show, you pussy, Garfield. And I don't have no qualms about saying that because you're the most disrespectful brother on the internet. You disrespecting
And you're
another
not a, and you're
people.
not and you're not and you're not a Hebrew and you're not a Hebrew killer if you can't stand in the den of Hebrews and win. You're
Exactly.
not no Hebrew killer, bro.
Exactly.
Like standing on your own platform talking shit, that's not a Hebrew killer, bro. Know what I'm saying? Because you keep saying trying to challenge Daniel Allen, but I already know because Garfield. I mean, anyway, I ain't gonna get off of that. That's some stuff me and Garfield talked about in the back chat. But I know why you be only want to debate Daniel Allen and all the cats that got the big names because that's the you know what I'm saying. But the people that really not saying that the brothers don't got information because they do, but the cats that's really digging it because they offering other stuff. They done kind of retired from the debate, so they're not really staying up to date on stuff because they don't really care about it like that. They just doing what they do right now. You know what I'm saying? But the cats that's really ready to do it and call you out, you don't really want no smoke with them. So it sounds good to say you a Hebrew killer, but you ain't really killing no Hebrews. You ain't even really
Facts.
debated nobody. Who have you in the one debate you had or debate/discussion you had with the shoot, you lost. And it
Facts,
proved
nigga.
that you didn't even know who Zakua was in that
Talk to
conversation.
this nigga, man.
You didn't even know who it was, but you was talking about it like you knew it and was pump faking the whole time. You didn't even know the information, bro.
Right.
You
He
see what I'm
thought,
saying?
can I touch on that?
Yeah.
Garfield, he got on live and said that Sakor was a person. Sakor is a group started by Ishmael Hadara.
So
So,
it's
dude,
and
you put
I
me
told you
aside.
that. So I'm not saying nothing behind your back, Garfield. I said it to you in private. I was like, man, it showed that you didn't really know the information. And so I know that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I know like your whole little followers can believe whatever you want to believe, but I know you don't really know the information like that, bro. And I know the books that you get your information from don't stand up to scrutiny. I already know Argonauts of the Desert, Plato and the Creation of the Hebrew Bible, Bruce's Manito, all that shit. I know all the books. The books are not, they don't stand up. No, most PhD and experts in the field do not subscribe to any of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's fringe work, bro. That's you latch on to fringe work and try to present it to the people as like it's and that's why you don't really give them the sources. Even when you be talking about it, you don't give them the sources because why? Because when you was on Sonnet in the park and you was talking about the whole, basically you was quoting from Gmerkin pretty much when you was talking about the what the Bible, get the Bible from the Greeks and all that. When you was quoting from basically Gmerkin, but you never told them the source. Why don't you, when you be doing the quote, why don't you tell people where you get the source from? When you do your shows, you're not pulling up a whole bunch of sources, showing people where you get them. That's why when I kept saying, prove it, your language changed. You start saying my opinion. Because yeah, we can all have an opinion. I can't even argue with your opinion. Nobody can argue with your opinion. But when y'all speaking absolutes, like Reggie, when Reggie said there is no Jews, no Messianic Jews in West Africa or North Africa, that was silly. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna ask him, prove it. See, when you anybody know anything about science, science is fluid, it fluctuates, it can change at any given time. So just because I may not find some archaeological evidence of this one particular thing right now, don't mean that they won't find it tomorrow. So I will never speak in no absolute. So you guys speak in absolutes. So once you speak in an absolute, the burden of proof is on you. It ain't on me. You the one said that it is no. Y'all said that all of those Africans over there are converts. Once you say all and there is no, that's an absolute. So now the burden of proof is you to show all of these people, and all I gotta do is find one, and it kills your whole premise. You gotta. That's how I know you don't even know how to formulate an argument when you making the speaking of all these absolutes, and then you get the people like me and Kyle talked about. You get the people in the bullpen. They get the listening, and then they get the quoting, and then they get beat up, and they don't even understand why they're getting beat up is because they quoting from you saying all, but in reality, it ain't no all to it, bro. Like Gar, you got to stop there, Garfield. You gotta be more honest on your show. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta have to come up off your show at time. You know what I mean? And
Right.
Garfield, my man. So it ain't even no issue with Garfield. Like that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Garfield. I know a lot of Israelites don't like him, but that's my dude. And I think Garfield is brilliant. That nigga smart as motherfucker. But he just gotta. He don't get. He's not as sharp as he could be because he don't get tested. And none of his people in Dag Squad test him. They just let him go over there and preach. You know what I'm saying? And shit, they don't ever be like, Garfield, that ain't right. Garfield, you tripping. That don't even make sense. Garfield, come on. They don't question him. They just let him talk. And so it make him think that he right about stuff he not right about.
Just like
If
a church,
Garfield
the
came,
pastor
if
and the church.
yeah, hey, that's why I said that's why I call him Reverend Reed now. That's my name for him, Reverend Reed. You see what I'm saying? Because Garfield is as smart as he is, he could be so much sharper if he came to other channels and went to these places and got challenged. You know what I'm saying on his information, so he could get sharper, so he can read more, study more. You know what I'm saying? Work his brain more. Because if you just over there with people that's gonna agree with you, then you don't really gotta work for nothing. That's why a lot of, and I would call my elbow partners out. That's why they stay on their channels. That's why Dane Calloway still is. What's the difference? Y'all, it's like y'all talk about Dane Calloway. You see what I'm saying? But Dane Calloway, you know what I'm saying? He do the same thing y'all doing. Dane Calloway was only going to friendly Aboriginal channels.
I guess we lost my brother Damon, man.
God Squad channel where y'all gonna be safe at. Man, come
Hey,
on,
hey,
man.
hey,
You know what
can
I'm
you
saying?
remind hey, Damon real quick because we got one of his moderators in here. She be riding this brother hard. Like I would think he's into polygyny, man. This is supposed to be riding him hard. Can you remind her what took place when I went over there, the Dagger Squad, and we had that debate on the Haplogroup J? What happened? Who was victorious in that, man?
I mean, Garfield lost. He
Facts,
lost.
man. Let's talk about
I
it.
mean, even Kyle and Garfield said Kyle's the new leader of Dagger Squad. Even Kyle said he lost.
Kyle said he lost. Chris said he lost. She said so.
Greg said he lost. Everybody said he lost. No, nobody said he won. So it's
Now,
like you
if
see
I
what I'm
come,
saying. So
D-Red, let me say, I don't want to cut your
hmm?
wisdom. I want you to keep going because this is good content. But if I come to your house, beat you up at your house, and I'm like, shit, I ain't coming. I don't gotta come back. I beat you up at your house. Don't now it's on. Wouldn't it be on you to come to my house and do the same to me to get back at me?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my lick back. That's just how
Exactly.
I operate. I'm gonna get my lick back. You ain't gonna do me bad on my home court and think I'm just gonna be like, no, I got my pride won't allow that for me. But I mean, everybody don't got the same. Down here in Texas, we say, yo, I'm gonna let my nuts hang. My
Right.
nuts drag to the floor. You see what I'm saying? But they nuts don't drag to the flow like that, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But that's why I go where I want to go. I go to add power, and when they get to talking that moot shit, I'm on their neck. Like, nigga, that shit ain't real. That's pseudo. Boo, boo, boo. When they get to talking that bullshit, I'm on their neck, on their channel. You see what I'm saying? I don't see. That's what you do when you know what I'm saying. When you confident in your information, you can go anywhere and pop up and show up and get on the line, and it's gonna go down. Information. I mean, they're my brothers, though. I have power. That's my dude. Chi, that's my dude. But I'm gonna be on their neck if they wrong, and they're gonna be on my neck if they think I'm wrong. If they'll probably be thinking I'm wrong, because more likely I'm gonna be right. Because even when I'm right, I'm wrong. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you gonna have to do that, man, Garfield, man. You my boy, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this as your boy. I'm telling you what these other niggas ain't gonna tell you. You see what I'm saying? These other niggas gonna kiss your ass because they trying to get on Sinetta. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But I'm gonna tell you the truth because I don't give a fuck about getting on Sinetta. Sinetta cool, but I'm not pressed to get on Sinetta. I'm not pressed to climb the YouTube channel ladder, so to speak, I guess. I'm not pressed for that. So all them other niggas gonna tell you, oh, Garfield, Garfield, oh yeah, because they really trying to impress you enough to possibly, so you can start giving them their own show and then eventually get on Sinetta. I'm not pressed for that, Garfield. So I'm telling you that as a friend. If you really want to sharpen your sword and really be the Hebrew killer that you claim you are, you're gonna have to be willing to go on any Israelite platform. You know what I'm saying? And get it in at the drop of a dime. Because you know the stuff off the top of your head. You see what I'm saying? But sitting over there with them cats, you ain't finna learn nothing, bro. Because you're gonna be teaching the whole damn time. Teaching and preaching. That's all you're gonna be doing over there with them.
Right. Because most of the cats around you starstruck and just want to be on your channel. That's it. That's all it is. And want to go in there and talk, Sugar Honey Iced Tea to Hebrews. That's it. That's why I came on there the way I came. He made the video private, y'all. You can't even go see the video because I pulled y'all niggas whole cards in front of your whole audience. You just made the video private. I went in there and announced to everybody, yeah, you lost on your own channel. Now come see me at mine. You in, Unc. And yeah, I called you niggas pussy because that's what pussy is. You scared to come over here and have a real dialogue. The brother Anonymous Hebrew and Yerah were trying to speak. And every time they open their damn mouth, you cutting them off, you kicking them out the room. But you have your blind followers that get on here and say, why are you talking bad about Garfield? Do you not see this man's behavior? But then you look at me when I clap at him. Oh, look, he's an exemplary. You got the right Hebrew, man. I'm an enemy to my enemies.
But and that's the thing. That's the thing, though. And it's the thing that if cats don't be understanding, man. Like when it comes to this information stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just information. Don't nobody hate nobody. I tell Israelites all the time that be saying Garfield hate Israelites. I'm like, Garfield is my dude. Garfield don't hate Israelites. He just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think that this stuff is good, man. Like intellectual sparring is good, and you can't be afraid. You got to climb off your high horse. You can't be afraid to be challenged. And that's what I'm starting to see. What happens is these people build up an audience, right? Once they get their audience, they're afraid to be shown that the emperor has no.
They're afraid to be seen as a liar if you still
really
there,
to the way I think. You see what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna go deal with Israelites that are easy wins. I'm gonna go deal with certain brothers that really are not as informative, you know what I'm saying, as others. And so I'm gonna deal with them. I'm gonna go over there on their platform. You see what I'm saying? And so I can look like I beat up somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's all this stuff is a game, man. That's why I said these cats be cartooning.
Right. Hey, Tamika, post a link in the chat. Because when I just tried to play back the events of what happened while I was on there and I called them niggas out and pulled them niggas whole cards and called both them niggas pussy, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas, that video is no longer up. While I was live trying to play it to show D-Red what happened, it said video's private. And I just went back on, tried to turn it on again. They're doing another show. It's private. You understand? We can't even see the video no more because he know what I said was true and it hurt that nigga's soul. You're not gonna come out. This is what I told him on this channel, D-Red. You're not gonna bring your ass over here and defend yourself, man. You try to put us on the defense all the time and gish gallop and say all these erroneous arguments. He arguing anonymous Hebrew. Okay, he trying to establish the Exodus, but he asking like trivial questions about Ephraim and the Book of Chronicles and this, and then addressing anachronisms in the book, bro. I'm like, bro, are you gonna ever address the main issue, whether or not the Exodus is real? Why is you going all over the place? Because you know what? When you have a point and you can actually, Tamika, that's not the video. You can actually explain yourself with information and sources. This brother will run you around the world and gish gallop you to change the subject because he cannot deal with information head on.
Well, that's an old Nuwabian tactic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them ex-Nuwabian cats used to do that a lot back in the day. Garfield know that shit. Garfield did a whole expose on blog talking about the Nuwabians. He know how they operate. That's old Nuwabian shit. Old Nuwabian debate tactic shit. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
walk
So
around
a
the
lot of
building.
them cats in the conscious community used to be Nuwabian. I don't think Garfield was a Nuwabian though. But Garfield know what I'm talking. A lot of them Nuwabian debate tactics of not letting you finish your thought. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of conscious community cats, if they know that you finna uh 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 punch holes in their paradigm or they train of thought or they school of thought, they'll start asking more questions. You see what I'm saying? And they'll just keep asking you questions, keep asking. So where you all off the subject of what you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll say, you see why I asked him a question, he couldn't answer it. But no, it wasn't that I couldn't answer it, it's just you kept asking me other questions. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, but it's a game though, bro. That's like I said, I'm gonna keep using the aspect with Reggie. I'm gonna keep using that because he brought up we gotta have sources. We gotta have sources. There was no messianic. Nigga, where's your source? Where's the source?
Right.
Like
Right.
if you making a claim, and say that there's no, you need to be pulling up their source. Show us that there was no messianic Jews in Africa. In North or West Africa. Show it. Show it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't show it. So it's silly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but they only go to friendly platforms. This is why they get everything, and it's not just them. So I'm not gonna just pinpoint Garfield. I'm not gonna pick on him because that's the homie. But the Aboriginals do it. Certain more science group people do it. Uh, Nation of Islam brothers do it. You see what I'm saying? This is a conscious community issue. That the reason why these people be mad at the church, and I'm gonna say this live while we live, they're not mad at the church because of what the church doing and ain't doing. Because 90% of these niggas ain't doing nothing. Let's keep it a buck. 90% of these dudes ain't doing nothing for black people other than talking shit on YouTube. So they're not mad at the church for what the church not doing. They not mad at the church for scamming people because there's niggas in the conscious community that been scamming for years, and ain't none of these niggas call these niggas out. So let's keep it a buck on that too. So now, what are they mad at the church for? They mad at the church because the church got the money. The church get the church got the attendance and the attendees and the people going, and the church got because of their membership, they got the money. They want to bring the church's money to their YouTube platform, so that's where they're mad at the church. That's it. And the church got the women for the most part. Church got better looking women than the country community, for real. So that's it. Church got the women and the money. So you're really not mad at the church for nothing other than stuff that benefits you carnally. And that's it, man. So it's like that's why they don't leave their platform, because it's like a pastor not leaving his church. You're not going to leave your congregation and go to another congregation so that congregation can say, what the hell is he talking about? That shit don't make no sense. God don't say that. My Bible don't say that. What the hell is he talking about? You only want to preach to your congregation because that's where you safe at. That's all. The conscious community is a bunch of little storefront churches at this point. That's it. That's why Reverend Reed only gonna stay and talk to his congregation. Just that simple.
And right. And why would my thing is because I'm responding to one of his moderators that's in the chat right now. Why would he make that video private? Like I said, you look bad, man. You look bad. Because if I can go in there and say that, and you know there's validity to my claims, because your own boy Kyle said I smoked your boots, man. And I was on the second video. I can't prove it now because the video is private. But if you rewind this live right now, you can see me playing the video. In the midst of me playing the video, it says private. The brother took it down because he didn't want to see. He didn't want me to show y'all how I was talking to Unc and them. Because I don't have no respect for y'all. You ain't got no respect for us.
Hey, y'all like can hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Anonymous. Just explain what happened today, man. That was just crazy.
Yeah, bro. So I can't get on and do my presentation. I'm taking care of my family now. I promised my wife, you know what I'm saying, make sure I'm available at night for these kids. So, you know what I'm saying, most high willing, I'll come on and get that tomorrow. I'm going to tell you this, bro. Like, I ain't no disrespectful person. Garfield, you was square, bro. Don't ever say my name again. I'll roast your whole platform, dude. So I don't understand how you invite people onto your platform, overtalk them, disrespect them, do all type of craziness, and then after you kick them off, call them gangbangers. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. I own several companies, all right? I ain't out here gang banging. I ain't out here trying to kill people, none of that. I'm professional with degrees and all that extra. I'm also a grown man, though, so you're not finna just talk to me like I'm some child, right? Don't play with me like that. Don't do all of that. So you and all of this nonsense. Now, say that you're not my brother. You're not a brother to me. So I could care less what happened to you because you could care less what happened to me. If you're going to lie, try to discredit me and call me a gangbanger, have way more information than a confrontation or interaction where you want to allow me to talk. When we know out here scamming people. Because we got videos of people saying, stop playing with me. My financial record is clean. Now, back to what we was talking about. You say you want to come on there and talk about the exit, and as soon as you see where I'm going, because I'm proving there's separation between the Hyksos, who were the Syro-Palestinian Asiatics that come in, opposed to the nomadic or what we and the egalitarian, which they later get classified as an egalitarian because doing more than just naturalization, they're also doing different types of agriculture. Now you saw where it's going. Now you don't want to let me talk. So when you go back and watch the video, you clearly see the brother didn't want to let me talk. He wanted to cut me off. He wanted to throw all types of red herrings, talking about chronicles, and it was clearly dealt with, but niggas to keep playing with it and keep it around because every time, and I got a whole nother video of the same. Now here's the funny part. The same night I beat on the DNA, I stayed there and beat him and Chris up on the exit too. The same night. So he already knew where it was going. Because we can prove that there's a separation between these people. So what he has to do, he has to play a game. He has to lie. He has to cut me off. He can't let me speak. And then he has to say, I'm getting angry. Bro, if I'm getting angry, I'm a grown man. You'll know it. Because then I'm going to start telling you that I'm angry. Then I'm going to let you know if I want to put my hand on you. I'm that. I didn't do any of that. You don't got to categorize. I'll go ahead and give you the soundbite if I want to give it to you. So let's get that clear. Right? He got beat up on the information very fast. As soon as that happened, the rest of the time he didn't want to let me talk. So I spent almost an hour trying to speak. I let the brother talk. How long did I let him talk, Yeshua? How long did I let him talk madness?
Man, you let him speak and get all his points out. And as soon as you tried to say a sentence, the brother cut you off, man. Over and over. Not just one time. Like in succession, like every time you tried to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Because it became clear what was about to happen. As it pertains to this Exodus, we got him on record saying he would debate me. But now, because he knows the information that's about to come out, I'll be honest, because there are some brothers who lean to there's two different time periods for the Exodus. Some brothers lean to the later date in the 1200s. Some brothers lean to the earlier date in the 1400s. That's going to disagree with me in that. fine. We can sit down. I'm ready to have a conversation with anybody. What we not gonna do is be disrespectful and not allow somebody to talk, bro. Do you understand how long I sat there just begging for a chance to talk? To have a chance to speak unencumbered, and then you want to run away and claim some type of superiority or some type of victory. Like Brother D-Ray said, you should. Because we'll go on any platform and have sources ready to go. I put up with the whole presentation ready to go. You can show me B-Tech saying that. Well, here's B-Tech saying that it's two different type of people in there. And that them Hyksos colonized the earlier people, which lines up with the biblical narrative. That they come in nomadic, and then these other people arise, and they start to colonize them. And that's when you see Pithom and Ramesses get built. And that's where I was going next, showing you that Pithom and Ramesses is a virus. It was that way all the way up into the 20th century, or to the 20th dynasty. They call him Pithom, Ramesses, and Avaris all interchangeably. Because that thing was built during the time of Avaris. If you want to learn it, go learn about Peru Nefer. Because this is where Thutmose III starts to reign from after he takes over. And then all of a sudden, it gets abandoned after the end of his reign. The last 2 years of his reign. And this is why you start to see them running them campaigns up into the Levant, snatching up all them slaves. That's where you see it on the Solemn Temple. That's where you get the Shasu Yahu, the Shasu Laban, and all other Shasu. That's why they go into Midian according to the Bible, and that they start to interact with the Midian. But we got all this work on deck, don't we, man? Then Chris want to come on there and play. Oh, show me that they existed. Let's go to your favorite scholar, Israel Finkelstein.
Yeah, Israel
What's the name of the book?
Right here.
What is it, David and Solomon? It's a book called, I want to say it's David and Solomon. And he's talking about, he's specifically dealing with David and Solomon through the whole book. He's explaining that it's erroneous to ever say that they didn't exist. Now, if you want to say that they owned a small chiefdom, that the actual area was smaller than what it was, we can have that. Like D-Red said, they still digging. But it's come with some erroneous claim as though they didn't. And we dealing with the actual foremost galactic people that are in this area. But unlike him, I'm not appealing to authority. I'm appealing to the best argument available with all of the archaeology, historical, and cultural anthropology available. But you will not let that come out on your panel because you know that's going to kill your money. Don't play with me no more, bro. Don't ask me to come on your panel. I'm not on your panel so you can cut me off and lie. But what I will do is I'm going to be on your neck. I ain't been on your neck. I ain't been the one, but now I am. Now I'm on you. And every time you lie, you playing with the Elephantine papyrus, I know how to get on you with that. You want to play with anachronism? I'll be on you on that. You want to play with the Exodus? I'm on you on that. You want to play with the King's List? I'm on you on that. Bro, every time you turn, I'm on your neck now. Stop talking about Hebrews and start scamming back on credit. Don't say my name more, dude. Because I wasn't out telling your name. But now I am. I ain't your partner. Everybody else is. I wasn't disrespectful to you. You was disrespectful to me. Now you were playing. Now you were fraud. Don't ever invite me on your panel, fam, because I ain't coming. But I will roast you every chance I get. Since you want to try to beat and let this dude come on here and call me a gangbanger. What's wrong with you? Don't you understand what they already trying to do to us as Israelites, and you out here trying to pay in this life?
It's the same tactic, brother. They trying to demonize your character and trying to uplift theirs to make it seem like, well, he's just a gangbanger, he's just a thug, so we shouldn't take him seriously. Anything to get away from addressing the topic, and the PhD Seth Meyers says it the best. Not addressing the topic is not addressing it. No matter how you dress it up. The brother came with good points, and you did not answer anything. You didn't come with no counterclaims. You didn't demonstrate how it was false. You just went attacking the Bible. You understand? That's all you did. And it's on camera, brother. You can't lie. I told you that. Most of the stuff you do that's pseudo is on camera. You run from the camera, brother. It's on your YouTube. It's coming out your mouth. Your own mouth condemn thee, man. If you get biblical with them.
Bro, you know how hard people work to get out of them streets? You know how hard I work to not to be in these streets, man? Like, now we being real. Like, you know how hard I work not to be that person no more? All praise to the Most High, you like me, because you don't want to talk. When we got people online admitting that you done messed up over their money. What's wrong with you, man?
Hey,
Who you playing
my
with,
bad.
dude?
My bad. Sir.
Hey, but
So
this
is my final point, bro.
Yeah, go ahead,
No,
brother.
I ain't finna do all that. I ain't finna slander him. I ain't got to. But this is the point that I'm making, though, right? As it pertains to the scholarship, you said you would have had a debate, but then when you found out that it was going to be too hard for you, now it's because I ain't got a big enough name and all of that. That's because I ain't out here clout chasing, fam. Don't get it twisted. I got the resources to start building a channel. That's not my desire. I'm trying to exchange scholastic information where the people got truth, and then they can make an informed decision. I can care less whether you think you a Hebrew or not. I don't think you are, especially not based on genetics.
That dude, the Edomite.
So, with that being said, either debate me or stop talking about me. Because I wasn't on your neck, but now I will be, because you're clearly fraudulent, bro. I know these games. You don't want someone to talk, so you try to invite them on because we was on your neck on the DNA. Now notice, watch this, family. He don't talk about the DNA no more. Notice that. He didn't really even want to talk about the pews no more. Right now, he want to talk about the Exodus. He want to talk about Elephantine. This is what you do after you get worked out.
Right.
Like a full-time job. So he don't want no more of that smoke. More DNA smoke. Forget the EM180 comment, right? Deal with the migratory concept, which every real scholar will admit, as it pertains to DNA, is the real core of the conversation. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, and to him and anybody else who over there who think they missed the big bad and want to rock with the Exodus or rock with the genetics, stop running your mouth and, like they say over here, source up or shut up. And not just source up when ain't nobody pressing you. Like D-Red said, we don't care, bro. I'll go debate it. I don't care. Sources is sources. But stop playing with the games, bro. Don't be putting out these false narratives on people. Right? Ain't nobody threatened you. Ain't nobody talked about no guns. Ain't nobody did none of that. Now, I ain't going to sit here and say that I haven't gotten to it with certain people like that, but that's after they threaten my life. After they talk about coming to rob me, coming to shoot my family and whatnot. So I know where this goes. Don't play with me. So at the end of the day, if you want to have a conversation, we can. But I promise you, after I start presenting this information, you're going to get off of that too. Just like we pushed you off the DNA. Appreciate you letting me come on. I will be on and bring the information out tomorrow.
Hey, no problem. Y'all know y'all got a voice over here, man.
Yeah, no,
hey, I'm going to say this. Oh, my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you got it.
No, I'm going to say this. That video that he probably erased, if I know somebody, they probably got it recorded. We might have a copy of it. The video he trying to make private now, that second part or whatever, we might just have it.
It's just me on there pulling his whole card. It ain't no information or nothing. Like, just, me telling him that he afraid. And that's why he didn't let this brother talk. He didn't let El Uriah talk. After he said, I respect you, Uriah. After he did all that, he still kicked him off. I'm like, what was that all about? Like, you got a forked tongue, bro. You speak with a forked tongue. You disingenuous. You disrespectful. And that's why people don't like you. That's why, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I talked with Garfield, I would say maybe 2-3 days ago on the phone. And I would say this. He tried to talk to me about DNA. Now I'm no expert, but I can somewhat tell when somebody full of crap, but they just don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Right.
This man was trying to talk to me and was arguing from arrogance and ignorance. And I'm like, just listening to him. And I'm like, dude, you think you're intimidating me? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you're making me, like you're looking like blood and water and I'm a shark now. Because now you're just exposing yourself to me to where I can bully the hell out of you now. And I ain't no bully unless you talk crap, but like, I'm like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about when I'm listening to you. Like, it's ridiculous. So, you know, to try to strong arm the conversation, that just let me know that you're scared.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. When he railroad the conversation, trying to dominate the narrative, he trying to keep you from cutting his ass. And that's what happened tonight with another. And we gonna go back and watch the tape, and we're gonna recap the whole thing. Unless he make that private too. You gonna make that private too, Garfield? Little scary ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm addressing him that way, because that's how he is. He's timid. You scared. You do not want your information and your stances scrutinized. It is at this point blatantly honest. I mean, blatantly apparent, man, that you do not want to be under that microscope. Because when we did it over here, you got embarrassed. When we went back and listened to what you said, when you told the brother he could be EM-180, when you said the West Africans were stuck over there for 10,000 years, haplogroup E was in there 10,000 years, all of these things you coming up with that's not adding up and lining up with empirical data. See, you have no research methodology. You have no research competency at all. All you do is challenge information. That's all you're doing on your channel. Well, how did you say that? How do you believe you're Israelite? What about this? What about the Bible? What about the Book of Chronicles? Why it say it over here? Demonstrate why it's false. And I keep saying that on these channels. Garfield, your demonstration sucks. You don't demonstrate nothing. You just make claims. That's why I was in the comments. I said, okay, that's another claim. That's another claim. Is he going to provide any empirical data to back up his stance? If you claim the negative, you got to prove the negative. You do understand that, Garfield. You can't just say somebody wrong. But you're supposed to be dealing scholastically. Bro, you a joke, man. And that's why you ain't going to come to this channel. I'm not coming to your channel. Yeah, I know you're not. You scared. You in Unc. I done had conversations with Unc. Unc, you don't know science like you think you do. See, y'all got the right one. I spend the time to research and read this information and disseminate. Y'all don't. You spend most of your time online challenging Bible believers. When you got real people out here that actually will take out the time and dedicate themselves to get an understanding, pay the money for the little expensive book, and really understand this thing and break this down. That's why when you say, oh, well, this happened 17,000 years ago, I've already read the statistical methods on how they do divergence dating. I've already read that. I already read what the geneticists say about that. It's all hypothesis. It's all hypothetical and theoretical numbers. Those are not emphatic numbers. But you wouldn't know that because you don't study this. You don't read about it. You understand? So, it's like that's why we're going to continue to expose you. We got another show happening here at 8. So you got 45 more minutes of us really breaking this down. But I wanted to go to my debate because the brother act like it didn't happen, but I put him on the spot. As y'all can see, I'm going to share the screen. This is a debate I had with Garfield last year. Now, on his channel, my volume is mysteriously low, so I'm playing it on mine. But it's actually on Dagger Squad. You'll see. So this debate happened about over a year or so. And all of his people said I beat him. All of them. You're going to see why.
Hey, hold up. I got good news. We got the other video.
Oh, it's up?
I don't know if it's up, but I just got the message. Somebody
Okay,
said, dog, you already know, dog. You already know. So
yeah, I just need that clip. I just need that clip when I said to him because he hurried up and took that down.
So you guys could it's not a secret meeting. All right.
I wanted Damon in here because I needed him.
So how y'all want to do this? Y'all want to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah,
and have Jeremiah and LP go afterwards, or what y'all want to do?
I mean, if Jeremiah, how long are they gonna be though?
Hold on, let us go first. Hold on, I gotta go work in the morning. Y'all tripping?
Yeah, because my son is still up. He's still up. So if somebody could go first, I'd really, really appreciate it.
Oh, really? Nah, bro. I gotta go to work in the morning. G, you serious?
All right, let's.
So before the debate start, Garfield is trying to get out of the debate already. Like somebody else go do the debate. He didn't want to do this. Garfield pump faked earlier. We was on the phone arguing, and he was like, "Well, we can debate it tonight." You spoke out of turn, man. See, y'all got the right one. As soon as you said that, I said, "Yeah, let's do it tonight. Then let's debate." He didn't think I was gonna say that. So when it happened, I got ready to do all this. He trying to back out the debate in the beginning. That's why I say you pussy, man.
I mean, let me and Joshua go first then. All right.
Okay. That's fine. Because LP just hit me up anyway. Well, he just liked my thing that said that we already live. So maybe he'll come in later to go with you, Jeremiah.
All right, that'll work, man.
All right, so let me go live right now. Hold on, let me see the score in my game first before we start this craziness. Come on, Knicks. Come on.
We're going to get introduced. The Knicks suck.
Man, I know you're not rooting for the Knicks, man.
The Knicks suck, bro.
God damn.
Y'all mind y'all business. Mind y'all business.
Yo, man, what the hell is up with Barrett, man? Why that nigga averaging 4 points a game? Barrett.
Nah, Barrett not averaging 5 points a game. Nah, he averaging like 12 or 15 or something.
Look.
Oh, 12. Wow, that's better.
Damon is going to moderate you, and Kyle's going to moderate me.
Damon's going to moderate. What? We're little kids, man. Listen, man. This is what we're going to do.
Look, I'm trying to bring order to the platform because I already know how he is, and he already against that. He bucking against that. Like, you gotta peep stuff like that, man.
Kyle is the moderator. This is why I say everybody come out. They just need me, you, and Kyle. And
no, because I need to have Damon. Because Kyle is a cheerleader, bro. Hold on real quick. They like you, bro.
Don't try me like that, bro. I ain't no cheerleader for no nigga, bro.
But
like,
earlier, you was like, go Garfield, go Garfield, go. Go Garfield, go Garfield, go. Give me a G. Hey, you earlier, bro.
Can everybody leave? I just leave me, Kyle, and Joshua, please.
Now, how does that sound? You know, I came out victorious and triumphant on this, but you want another Dagger Squad member to moderate our debate. Come on, man. This is why you don't leave your channel. And then, you know, the video that he took down, he said, I told him, he said, so you mean to tell me his channel is the source of his power and not his information? I'm like, what? The pot calling and kettle black. I didn't been on your channel. I didn't been to SPDL when 8 niggas disagreeing with me. You know what I'm saying? Scrutinize my information. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? It's just me. And I'm arguing, fighting all 8 of these niggas. You ain't been in them situations. You ain't been in them circles. That type of pressure will make you crack, boy. So you're going to have to start traveling, man.
Yeah, y'all come back in.
All right.
Man, that's some bullshit, man. I said I was going to go on mute, man.
No, because what happened is too much confusion. I don't like confusion.
I want D-Red to stay here, man.
I'm going next, man. It don't make no sense for me to go out.
Yeah, he cool. Jeremiah ain't gonna do nothing.
Listen, everybody come out. Just leave me, Joshua, and Kyle.
Come on, bro. I came to your channel. Can I at least have D-Red on here? Come on.
For what though? For what purpose? We're not kids. If the two grown men can't have a conversation, it don't make no sense.
Because Garfield, the last time I was on here, the first word I said was
Joshua.
You see what I told him? I said, the last time I was on your channel, I got one word out and you muted my ass. You muted me. I'm having a conversation with this dude. I don't even know I'm muted. My brother James called me and say, hey, nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you. You do know that, right? I said, nah, bro, I'm talking to the brother. He said, nah, he muted you out. I'm like, yo, this dude is charlatan, man. And y'all support this fraud. Shame on all of y'all.
And by the way, you can't curse on my channel. You can't curse at all.
All right, man. I heard him curse all day today, man. That's funny.
And I'm gonna be a fair moderator. What I'm gonna do is look. This is the thing, right? So,
Kyle, hold on 1 second.
I'm the moderator. You can't tell me to hold on.
Kyle, hold on. Hold on, Kyle.
Lay down my ground rules, man. Let me lay down my ground rules.
The only thing I'm requesting is that Kyle has a watch and that he can check the time. That's all I want.
All right, so y'all doing 10 minutes? 10 minute rounds, right?
Nah. Hold on. What do you say? I'm saying 6 minutes.
Yeah, we can go 6 minutes apiece and give
all
our
right,
spiel.
cool.
See, he didn't want no 10-minute ass whooping.
All right, cool. All right, so
6 minutes, Daddy Fritz, you're on.
All right, let's go, man. Come on, everybody jump off. Y'all can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, y'all hop on, man. Look, when I say stop, y'all gotta stop, man. And there's no interjection in any shape or form, man. If y'all have a question, hold y'all question to after the other person finishes their entire 6 minutes. And then if you want clarification, you can ask for clarification. That does not go into that person's time because you are asking for clarification.
All right, cool. All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
So who's gonna go first?
Well, he's calling me out, so he just got to make the case why he's
I'll go first. Shit.
Okay.
Sorry. Scholastic Bully in the house. I'll go
All
first.
right. Can everybody leave? Who's not supposed to be here?
No, I want Damon, man. At least give me Damon.
It don't make no sense whether he's here or not, man. That's just a distraction, bro. I'm not doing anything.
No, he's not going to.
What am I doing to you?
Damon is well mannered, bro. He's not going to do
I know
anything.
that. I never asked that. I just want me, you, and Kyle on the panel.
Bro, I'm on your channel, bro. At least give me that,
Bro, me, you, and Kyle, and that's it, bro.
Hello?
Let's just do it, man. Jeremiah just left. Go ahead, Damon. Hop on off, man. You'll be back when they on the second round, man.
See, I'm about to get set up. All right.
It ain't no setup, bro. Man, come on, man. You know I ain't finna do no shit like that. I'm gonna be fair, man. Ain't no overtalking.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Let's go.
The only thing is, I might have.
Hey, see that? I came over there, dealt with that bullshit, that biased bullshit that he just tried to pull. You know what I'm saying? And still stood tall. Garfield, when you gonna do that, bro? When you gonna come over here and do that same thing? You can't. What I can say, what you cannot say, I actually came to your channel and stood tall, bro, against you. You haven't yet to do that to me.
Have to stop. Just make sure you have a clock to go attend to my son because he's still up. All right.
All right. And if that happens, I will stop the clock and I will restart it once you get situated. How about that?
I'm going to mute my mic, and the floor is yours, moderator. Y'all do what you want. Right. I'm going to start the live. Hold on. Let me start the live right now.
All right. Cool. So what we're doing right now, we're having a preliminary conversation between Garfield and Yashub. This conversation is basically to find out if there is a grounds for a formal debate that's going to include slides, a full presentation, a rebuttal round, and also voting by judges. So at this point, we're just going to be involved or engaged in conversation to find out what areas of contention these brothers have. So Yashub is going to be the person that's going to be going first because he has a contention and he wants to debate Garfield. So he will be going first and he gets 6 minutes. After that, Garfield gets 6 minutes and then we'll alternate back and forth until one person, or we'll do this for about an hour. From there, we're going to a question and asking round, a Q&A round. It'll be 4 questions. Garfield gets 4 questions. Yashub gets 4 questions. You can take as much time as you want to answer these questions. And then from there, we'll come to a consensus if it's worth even going into a formal debate. If there is a formal debate, there is a cash prize that's put up, $500 on each side. Y'all see that? Y'all hear it? We was going to put $500 a piece in escrow. What happened to that, Garfield? All right. Let's get this money. If y'all really want to do this, 10% goes to the management. I'm just fucking around. I'm just playing, excuse me. But we can go ahead and get started. The stopwatch starts when your shoe starts his first sentence.
All right, this Yashub, Scholastic Bully. I'm who they talk about when it's time to chalk them out. So today we're going to talk about this Haplogroup J, because the brother Garfield is he's a proponent of the Haplogroup J in racial Jewishness and identifying the Jewish people. So I'm going to share my screen and provide information to debunk that claim and show him what the geneticists say about that claim. Because it's one thing to promulgate a message and another to prove and solidify and cement a message. So tonight we're going to cement a message. Y'all already know my slogan on Genesis 49ers. We say no to vague interpretations and give thorough breakdowns. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to open up my screen. We're going to start with the slides. I just want to verify, can my slides be seen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna jump to the top. And we're going to deal with the title, Death to the J Marker. Garfield gets decimated by the Scholastic Bully, right? So we're going to really decimate this and tear it down and break it down. So when anybody talk about that Haplogroup J after this, we're going to show you it's fallacious. So let's jump into the first slide. For a more scientific take on the Jewish origin debate, recent DNA analysis of the Ashanid Jews, a Jewish ethnic group, revealed that their maternal line is European. So we all know to be considered a Jew in modern day Jewry, according to the Orthodoxy, your mother's side has to be Jewish. But according to the DNA, their mother's side is European. So by their own logic, they're not Jews. So let's keep going. It said it has also been found that their DNA only has 3% ancient ancestry. On this very show, this brother had another brother on here. I believe it was Arsar. And Arsar said a man can't be 5% sub-Saharan African and be considered sub-Saharan African. If that's true, Garfield, you got to stick to your notion and stick to your guns and say that these people can't be 3% Middle Eastern and be considered Jews. You got to stick to that, bro. You can't get around that. They only have 3% ancient ancestry, which links them with the Eastern Mediterranean, also known as the Middle East, namely Israel, Lebanon, parts of Syria, Western Jordan. This is part of the world where Jewish people are said to have originally come from, according to the Old Testament, but 3% is a minuscule amount. So is my opponent going to deal with the fact that only 3% of their DNA goes back to their land? Is he going to deal with that when Asar said a man can't be 5% sub-Saharan African and considered sub-Saharan African? So is he going to stick to that same logic? Or is he going to buck dance and dance around that and do the Cupid shuffle like he always does? But it says, but 3% is a minuscule amount and similar to what modern Europeans as a whole share with Neanderthals. So given that genetic ancestry link is so low, Ashanid Jews' most recent ancestors must be from elsewhere. Must be from elsewhere. So they can't be from the land. They can't be the original Jews. Because when you study their DNA, they don't go back. Only 3% does. And according to this brother and according to his compatriots, that's not enough DNA to consider someone anything. You can't validate anything with that. And the source is theconversation.com article, Ashkenaz Jews' Mysterious Origin Unraveled by Scientists Thanks to Ancient DNA. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with this. We're dealing with what the geneticists say. Not with what Garfield thinks. Not with what he promulgates on his channel. We're dealing with scholarship. Empirical data. Now, another word Garfield loves to spew out is you blacks in America claim to be Israelites are converts. So let's deal with who are the real converts. Say what?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right. So let's deal with the real converts because he loves calling black Israelites converts. It says to understand why this is the case, we need to go back in time to look at where these other ancestors came from. It starts in Persia, modern day Iran, during the 6th century. So that DNA only goes back to the 6th century AD. We ain't even talking about the BC period when the original Israelites came on the scene. And we know they were first mentioned in the 12th century BCE. This is where most of the world's Jews were living at this time. The tolerance of the Persians encouraged the Jews to adopt Persian names, words, traditions, and religious practices, and climb up the social ladder, gain a monopoly on trade. They also converted other people who were living along the Black Sea to their Jewish faith. This helped expand their global network. So these converts are the modern Ashkenazis, and that's what this article is going to bring out. Among these converts were the islands, Iranian nomadic pastoral people, Greeks, and Slavs who resided along the southern shores of the Black Sea. Upon conversion, they translated the Old Testament into Greek, built synagogues, and continued expanding the Jewish trade network. And that's the same source that I used prior. So now let's deal with the Asian mutation, because again, we just proved that these people come from converts, because Garfield loves saying black Israelites are converts. We just proved that the people that he claiming with the Habla Group J as authentic Jews are the real converts. They converted into our forefathers' ancestry and into our lineage and our traditions. It says these Jews adopted the name Ashkenaz, and the DNA of Ashkenazi Jews can be traced to ancient Ashkenaz and intersection trade routes in eastern Turkey. We know that at the time these Jews adopted the name Ashkenaz, they also acquired unique Asian mutation on their Y chromosome. And according to the Bible, it goes through paternal lineages. So on their paternal side, it goes back to this Asian mutation. It says this is where another important group of people in our story come into play, and they are called the Gok Turks. And it's the same source. You can see it on the bottom.
All right, time. I actually gave you 15 more seconds because I interrupted you when I said the time of 2 minutes. So I gave you 15 more seconds to balance it out.
Now watch how Garfield reply to this.
Powerful information. That's going to be hard to come back from, Brother Garfield.
Kyle, that's going to be hard to come back from. You goddamn right. You damn right. Because you saying these people, oh, hey, what's going on? You sure? I didn't even know you was in here. My bad, brother. My bad, brother. I didn't even know you was in here, man. But yeah, man, you're right. It's gonna be. You hear, Kaya? They knew what was up, man.
See what you got for that.
All right. First, before my time started, I didn't even know we were gonna share screens and all that stuff. All right.
How do you not know you're not gonna share screens? That's just a cop out, brother. I got information for anything at all times on my computer. And then earlier we had an argument saying we were going to debate later on tonight. And then we was going to follow up and do a cash debate, you know what I'm saying, on Maccabees TV. And we was going to send the money to Daniela as escrow and when to get the pot. That's what was going on. You the one said let's debate that night. Not me. I accepted your challenge because you thought I wasn't going to say yeah. That's your fault.
I'm ready. All right.
You good?
Yeah. I'm good. This is not even going to take that long. All right. So by the way, I need to say this to the brother. You are correct about the Ashkenazi Jews having 3% on the mother side. That is correct. That is science. But on the paternal side, what is the percentage?
Did he just not hear me read on the paternal side that they have a Y chromosome that has nothing to do with the Middle East at all? But this idiot will go around and tell you those are real people.
It's much higher because the folks who were trading, the Radhanite Jews, the Bukharan Jews, all these type of Jews that were traveling and trading from Africa to Europe to Asia, the male lineage was sleeping with European women. They were sleeping with European women. So at the end of the day, I don't expect the women, because the men, when they're trading, and if you look at the Geniza manuscripts, I'm going to give some sources because I can't show on the screen because I didn't know that we were doing that. I thought we were just going to talk this out and then do a debate. The issue now is, ask the brother now, who has the most J markers in that region? If you go to a website like Wikipedia.com, Wikipedia, and you know what? Let me share the screen and show this website for everybody. This is very informative. This is just a starter as far as that is concerned. If you look at the Wikipedia.com website, right? Let's take a look at this. If you look at the J markers, and look, they are the Ashkenazi Jews. I'm not disputing that. What I talk about is the J1P58 marker. Because the J1P58 marker, the ancient Canaanite bones they found 3750 to 2100 years ago, has the J1P58 marker, and those are Canaanite markers. And Canaanites, the Israelites are Canaanites, Remember, Israelites is a subgroup. Ammonites is a subgroup. Moabites are a subgroup of people who live in Canaan. And this is the marker that the people in Canaan have. So the Israelites would have the J1 marker. Okay, I'm talking about the males. Primarily the males would have the J1 marker. Because in that region of the Levant, when they find DNA in bones and they check it, this is the main marker they find. Going back 37, 50 years ago. You're talking during the time of when Abraham lived, when Jacob lived, supposedly, according to the timeline. So as far as the Ashkenazi Jews, I know the Ashkenazi Jews on the mother side does not have the DNA. I agree.
Notice he did not show that the J1P58 is the marker of the Jews. He just said it.
With the brother on that. That is correct. But as far as the male lineage does have a higher percentage, probably 30%, 40%, or even more of, or even 20%. They have the J1 marker because then, remember, some of the Ashkenazi people mixed with people who were real people from that region. All right, so that's just a wash right here. As far as the converts, he said something about the Persians and so forth. I need to bring up something to this gentleman right here. Where's my book right here? Hold on, let me just open this book up right here. This book right here. Let me stop sharing for a second. I actually have this book right here. Let me stop sharing. Let me open up my camera. You see this book right here? This book, The Documents of the Judean Exiles. It tells you exactly where they went and so forth, what they did. And what they did. All right? Now, this book,
showing a book cover is not a source.
If you go into this book, it basically tells you, and there's a book that came out 2017, in December, that actually has basically what the consensus says about the Jews. The Jews that took on Persian names, they weren't literally Jews. The people that returned. There's no evidence that they had a mass return of Jews, and that's the consensus. I'm sorry, I apologize, I can't show sources, but that book actually has the source. It actually has the primaries. And the issue here is this. We have Finkelstein's new book, Hasmonean Realities, where he talks about Ezra and Nehemiah, was written during the Hasmonean time period, based on the naming of buildings and based on the archaeology. Based on the archaeology, they didn't have a mass people coming back. If I could find an article real quickly on slaves, Babylonian slaves returning, what it will prove for anyone who wants to look up the Al Yahuda tablets, it will show that the Babylonians, the Jews continued. They were given land by Nebuchadnezzar to continue to live in the region. They did not come back to Judah. And in those letters, they do mention Jerusalem and going back, but they never returned. There's no evidence. What the consensus of scholars do say is that over a time period, some of them may have gone back. There's no evidence of it. There's no evidence at all. So if I ask the brother right now before he comes back on, can you show me evidence of the people going back with Persian names?
You see, he moved the goalpost. This is not the discussion. The discussion is about haplogroup J and are those Jews authentic? That's what the discussion was. Because this guy's saying we all converts. We got real converts. These people with haplogroup J claiming to be Jews. They the real converts according to the information. He's not even talking about that now. So you can clearly see who won round one.
What he's going to have is conjecture. But when you look at Philip Davies, who they like to call a minimalist, he's the only one that supports Persian colonists going back in a small amount to the spot called Yehud. But I will close out and tell the brother that the haplogroup J marker argument by the mother is not a...
My argument was for the father side and the mother side. The nigga died.
A great argument to make, because I'm not saying that the DNA is saying that somebody's a Jew, because somebody can have the J marker and not be a religious Jew. All I'm saying is in that geographic location in Arabia, from the bottom of Arabia all the way to the top of North Syria, the Levant is a J marker primarily for the males. I'm not concerned about the females, because when the men trade, Jewish men trade, and they go away for 2 years, they're sleeping with women not from their culture. They're sleeping with women outside of their culture. All right? But I'll leave it right there for now.
All right. You got 10 seconds. You good?
No, I'm good. I'm good. All right. You didn't say anything that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That really needed debunking or anything. I think we agree on the Ashkenazi Jew, but
Yeah, shoot. Can you hear me out?
Get fair. You can't add anything in addition to the conversation. I understand you was having a discussion. I get it, but it can sway the people who are listening one way or the other. So I gotta pass it back to Yashu. You can either rebut or go on with your presentation at this point, sir.
I'm gonna start with a rebuttal. This brother said I'm not dealing with the why. I'm not dealing with the paternal side. That's the last slide I read. And then you cut yourself when you said, oh, the Persian Jews are not even real Jews. That's my whole contention. These people that you're saying with the J marker are not real Jews. And you just agreed to it. Killed himself, man. Daggered his own damn self. Don't even know it. Oh, these people not the real Jews. Thank you, Garfield. That's what I said in my first round. You just made an agreement to it. So we dealt with my slide that I did last right here. It says, yo, a blind man can see I won that first round. Claire. A blind man can see that, man.
Can you hear me out?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Bro, I'm gonna say this because what he said about the Jews being special, because what he's talking about is the pale skinned Jews.
Right.
So I don't see them going to no other nations, sleeping with other women like that, procreating. You know what? If they was doing that, I'll see way more, I guess you can say, Jew-looking blacks. We don't see them in our heritage like that, fam. Like stink-looking people that you can basically tell compared to the other Caucasians, the other who I call pale skins. So if you can see that distinctively between them, you definitely gonna see it between us. So where are they? Where are these black Jews that come from these pale skins? Where they at? I have yet to see them. Garfield just made a statement that he can't back up with no factual information nowhere.
Yeah, Garfield, man, this nigga lost bad this day, bro. And he made my point in his first round. Hey, nobody can say this man won that first round. We know that at the time these Jews adopted the name Ashkenaz, they also acquired a unique Asian mutations on their Y chromosome. This is where another important group of people in our story come into play. So I did mention the paternal side, and that 3% is the total of their DNA, autosomal DNA, brother. It's it's the whole thing, man. So again, that's not enough to consider them Jews. And Asar would say that's not enough because he said that 5% DNA is not enough to consider a man a sub-Saharan African. So don't have a double standard here. Now, Ashina and the Khazar, the Asian group of these DNA mutations, this is on the paternal side. Remember, he brought up the paternal side. Oh, just the maternal side he's attacking. I'm attacking from all fronts. You're dealing with the scholastic bully, man. Yashub is who you talk about when it comes time to chalk you out. So the Asian group of these DNA mutations found in the Ashkenaz Jews likely originated from the Ashina elite in the Khazar clans. So these are not even Jews. These are not biological Jews that come from the Levant, that ancient Jews that come from the 13th century BCE. This is not it at all. So again, it says who converted from shamanism to Judaism. So again, Garfield, the real converts are the white people over there claiming to be Jews. Those Ashkenazis that's claiming to be Jews. So get it correct next time you do a lecture and you want to talk about converts. These the real converts. And this is the paternal side, the Y chromosome. Tracing that and the mutations on that. And the geneticists agree to this. You cannot rebut this. You cannot refute this. This is facts. This means that the Ashina and the Khazar clans were absorbed by the Ashkenazic Jews. What this all shows is that by using modern genetic technology that enables scientists to track the past of modern day people, a new appreciation for Jewish ancestry can be discovered. It has meant greater understanding of the journeys these people took to arrive in Europe. It has also allowed for increased knowledge as to the significant role of the Ashina and Khazar clans, from which some of the real Jewish patriarchs actually come from. Let me say that again. from which some of the real Jewish patriarchs actually come from. So this is saying on the male side, on the Y, when we trace the Y chromosomes, right, the paternal lineage goes back to the Ashina and Khazar clans. These are the real patriarchs of those so-called Jews over there. They're not ancient Jews. They can't be verified as ancient Jews. He said in his last round that the Persian Jews can't be considered real biological descendants of the real Israelites. So he cut himself, man. The haplogroup J is dead. You can't use that as a marker to say that these are the ancient, living, and breathing Israelites. Get that? Now let's go to the next one. Jewish DNA is not concrete, Garfield. Sorry to burst your bubble, but Jewish DNA is not concrete. With population genetics or tracing Jewish history through DNA, these types of studies attempt to trace Jewish history through genetics and elucidate a common historical origin of the Jewish people in the biblical land of Israel. Here, Jewishness is determined by genomic analysis and statistical probabilities that DNA haplotypes will be more prevalent within identified groups. But the presence of certain haplotype within an individual is not a guarantee that the individual is Jewish or not. Moreover, the historical claims that are entangled with these scientific studies are heavily debated. So the historical claims that are tied to this, saying, like you brought up that J marker, you brought up, oh, these are the ancient Jews. This is what they teach. This is what they say. That's debated, bro. That's not empirical data. That's not emphatic. So stop pushing it on our people. And that comes from the National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health, Genetics, Citizenship, DNA Testing, and Israeli Law of Return by INV and Lauren W. Herman. So the next one. Sorry if I'm cramming it. I'm trying to get as much as I can. I can't even get a title on this one. In practical terms, Jewish genes are ambiguous entities and often do not match legal definition of Jewishness. For example, non-Jewish donor sperm and ova can be used in assisted conception. Let me get to the point. These varying possibilities point to the ambiguity of outright contradiction across the field of Jewish genetics and rabbinical sphere. So they are acknowledging that is contradictions within this genetic analysis of these J markers, man. And you got to deal with it. The scholastic bully gonna make you be an honest scholar. That's what they brought.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
It's the next one. It says I don't even want to go into that yet. So we prove without a shadow of
Hey, Joshua, take your time, man. Go and get the information out, bro.
Not really, bro. This not me. This is past information. This is a past.
Oh, I thought that was you trying to cram some shit. Like, yo, brother, go ahead and take your time.
No, but you know, niggas didn't give me 10 minutes. We supposed to do 10 minutes. Nigga turned it to 6 minutes on the spot.
Damn.
I'm up here like, God damn, man. You niggas is trying to rig the game. You know what I'm saying? Rig the game.
6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on.
So I'm trying to blow through it so they get out there. But I mean, the point was made. You know what I'm saying? Haplogroup J, it can't be used as the end all be all for who Jews are, because again, that like them haplogroups go back to the the Ashina and the Khazar tribes. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scientists are saying. So this brother died that night, bro. He lost that first round, and then he turned around and told me that, oh, these Persian Jews was fake. Okay, brother, that's what I said in my first round. So you conceded in the first round. That's what I'm saying. Like, this nigga got his head beat in that night, brother. Real Jews. We proved that. And we proved that it's contradictions. We're trying to tie that to true history and say that, they come from the historical Israelites. We proved that with the National Library of Medicine, National Institutes of Health. My opponent will have to contradict all of these sources. If he doesn't, then it's only right to say that those Ashkenazi Jews are converts. So get it right, Garfield. Stop calling Black Hebrew Israelites converts. The real converts are the Ashkenazi Jews.
All right, time. Finish your sentence.
That's it, man. Scholastic bully. Just as 49ers.
All right, no more. All right. Hey, is heating up in this thing now, Garfield? Scholastic bully. He has boxing gloves on.
First, let me say this. Let me just clear up something, by the way. The Jews who are Persian, you could start the clock. The Persian Jews are the Jews who would be considered, who were taken by Tiglath-Pileser to Persia. That community that started from that time period would be considered the Persian Jews. The Persian Jews would not be considered the people who came back who were Persian. So you saying that I said that, you are incorrect. I never
said that. The nigga said that first round, man. We all heard this shit.
Don't misquote me. You have a habit of doing that. That's just your history of what you like to do. You like to misquote people and say, I'm corrected. You're making a crazy conversation, a crazy argument when I never made it. All right? Now, let me say this to the gentleman right now. Let me just read something for the audience so we could learn something about paternal DNA. I didn't even know we were showing slides. If we were showing slides, I would have created slides.
Hey, listen, man. I want this to be known. I know I got 9 minutes before our next show. We're going to close it down. And we're going to have the brother, Deron Tillis, going to come on and have his show. But this nigga keep saying that, I didn't know we was going to have slides. Nigga, you put the challenge out there. I accepted it. You thought I was going to say no since you said it was on the spot tonight. And then...
Hey, Joshua, when this happened, man?
You remember, bro. You don't remember that day? You was in the beginning of it.
I'm checking. You keep popping. You keep coming up. Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't remember in the beginning, he was like, y'all got to get out the room.
Yeah.
You were supposed to debate somebody that day. I forgot who, but he didn't show up.
Yeah, I remember.
I was playing Garfield, and you and somebody else was going to debate. It might have been Black Lion Supreme or somebody, but he didn't show up. So Garfield was trying to get y'all to debate first. I'm like, nah, he's trying to get out the debate.
Right.
You know, he trying to get out there. You know what I'm saying? So you was there. Yeah, you was there, man. When I slapped this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I took honey iced tea out this nigga.
He's showing slides. Everybody go, what Garfield didn't show? I didn't. We were supposed to have a conversation.
Oh, but that's the point I was trying to make. Brothers know me. I'm liable to work 12, 13 hours a day at my job. You know what I do. This man is a stay-at-home mom. What's it? I came home and had I slapped that presentation together in an hour. Brothers can tell you. My enemies can tell you. Because I was letting them know, hey, I'm making my presentation right now. Soon as I got home late. You know what I'm saying? I still was able to come up with some material to argue with. This dude's a stay-at-home mom. He not doing nothing all day. What was his excuse? And again, you the one who said, I'll debate you tonight. Debate me tonight. You the one who said that, Garfield.
That's basically what it is. Let me say this to the gentleman right now. The Y DNA, right? He just said if it's 5%, right? The Y DNA by Michael Hammer for the J marker for the Ashkenazim was 17%. For Behar was 19%. For Seminole, it was 26.8%. For Nebel, it was 19%. And for Shen, it was 25%. The J2 marker was 20% on the Hammer. 20%. So hold on, let's look at Michael Hammer alone. They had E1B1A 3%. They had E1B1B 17%. They had the G marker, then they had the J marker and the J2 marker, showing that they have the J1 or J2 marker, which was about probably almost 40%. Then they have the Q1B marker, which is 7%.
He killing his argument there. Why they got all these different Y paternals? When you have a Y paternal group, that means you descend from a common male ancestor.
But hold up, just show. Didn't he just say? Oh my bad.
Let me say it real quick. I'm gonna give it to you because I got 6 minutes before the next show starts. If the Israelites have a common male ancestor, wouldn't it be the same male ancestor? So they should all have the same Y chromosome. Why they got Q? Why they got G? They even have E in there. They even got J in there. Because some of the Jews do have E1B1A. They look like white people. They look like those Ashkenazis. They have E1B1A, like 8% of them. If the story is true, why they got different haplogroups then? Go ahead, Yahukanan.
No, I was just about to say, hold on. This man just admitted that they got E1B1A. Yeah, he's sitting over there arguing about, the E1B1A cannot be an Israelite haplogroup. But he just admit that those Ashkenazis got E1B1A. This man been contradicting himself all throughout these years.
Yeah, he always, you know what I'm saying? It's called double speak. You know what I'm saying? This dude do this to himself all the time. And notice he ain't addressing the argument that was laid out about the Khazars and the Ashina and all that. He not even addressing that.
Percent, which is based on the people who have the Q marker, who is also from the Middle Eastern area. And they had the R1A1A, which is the 12% from the Europe, and the R1B1B, which is 9%. So they are primary.
So look, they got Q, R, E, G, H, K, J. Them 7 different paternal markers. That's 7 different common male ancestors. We only got one. We should all share one. If you an Israelite and you came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's one Y chromosome y'all should all share. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly, they have the J marker. This is the male line of the Ashkenazi Jew. What is he talking about? They have almost 40% of the J marker. This is facts.
Now, was my argument, do they have the J marker? My argument was those that have the J marker don't have nothing to do with biblical Israelites. That was my argument. And they go back to them damn Khazar clans, man.
Michael Hammer, this is not me making this up. This is a statistic. So that just killed this whole argument. Oh, they're the fake Jews.
Kill what argument? You didn't even address it.
Nobody is saying that they're the real Jews or not. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying the Ashkenazi is mixed with descendants of the people who used to live in that region because they come from traders. The Jews used to run trading. So if you want to say the Ashkenazi is fake, no, not all of them. Yes, majority of them might be converts. I agree.
What we call that, Jeremiah? That's called conceding. You lost, nigga. You just concede. Oh, majority of them are converts. That's my point, nigga. So you lost round 1 and you lost round 2. You lost the damn debate. We don't got enough time to get into the third one. You lost. You conceded in both goddamn rounds, and you got your nose wiped, like they said.
No, Joshua, get to the third one, man. Get to the third one. Go on and make it a 30. Go on and make it a 30.
From the testing. So don't lie on the testing with whatever statistic you're using. Now let's look at the Y DNA for, say, the Portuguese Jews. The Portuguese Jews have over almost 35%. They have less than the Ashkenazi. Very interesting. Less, but they have.
Again, the argument isn't do they have J markers. That's not the argument. The argument is the people that have those J markers come from Khazar. They come from the Khazar clans, bro. They converts, and you just agreed.
R1B1B 28%. Does that mean that they're more white or they have more cracker in them than the Ashkenazi? What are you saying? I think what you're doing is you're picking and choosing what you want from the DNA to make a point.
That's what he just did.
I'm going to say this to everybody that's listening. If you really want to study DNA and the J marker, go to Wikipedia.com. I really didn't know that we were going to do this. Because if I did know, I would have been prepared to share and do what I normally do.
I would have been prepared.
Nigga, what you normally do is what you did that night. It's trying to talk your way out of an ass whooping. It just didn't work. That's what you do. That's what you normally do. You lie, you pontificate, and tell stories and make claims. That's all you do. You never.
Right about him. I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right because I could have been wrong.
That's him, bro.
This is the J marker here, right? This is the J marker, M267, which the Ashkenazi Jews have. So when you look at M267, how far does it...
Now, when you look at his stream, this is going to kill his whole argument, right? So you got Western Asia and Europe, right? What is Europe doing now? You see that? Anatolia, Europe. Caucasus, Taurus, Europe. So you got all of these lineages going to Europe. You're just going to ignore it. Now, if you're going to say who the Jews are and who the Japhites are, the Japhites will be these the ancient European clades that we see here on the stream. Since you're talking Jews, the Jews cannot share the same father as the damn Japhites, man. That's a contradiction. Because the Japhites come from Japheth and the Jews come from Shem. They should have two separate Y chromosomes.
And that's why when the Israelites say you are what your father is, DNA corroborates that in regards to identifying that line that never changes. I yield.
That's a fact. And then you know how Garfield was like, this was 17,000 years ago. EN 180 was 17,000 years ago. What they say on the right corner? 31,000 years ago. So why he don't never make that argument for the J marker? He was a goddamn agent, man.
To go back 31,000 YPB, right? Come all the way down to P58, where J1A1AB comes to the Levant. It branches off to the Levant. So these people here, how many? To P58, where they test the Canaanite people, the oldest bones that they found of the people who are Canaanite, they had the J1 marker. Everybody who they have found in the region has the J1 marker. Don't run from it, because he wants to run from the J1 marker. Now, does the J1 marker make somebody who has it a Jew? No.
That kills his damn argument. Because that's the whole point of this discussion. The whole point of this debate. Does it make somebody a Jew? No. Okay, then you lost. What the hell are we talking about? Because you saying, well, the real Jews got haplogroup J. I killed at my first and my second round, and then you corroborate my same point that these people are converts and that this haplogroup J cannot be used to establish them as Jews in your damn round. I really had 4 rounds because both of your rounds helped mine.
Sean who's watching, he has a J1 marker. It doesn't mean he's a Jew. We are the ones that's saying that the people in that geographic location, this is the marker they would have. So my brother Yashub, if he does a DNA test and he has a majority of the J1.
But he just told you some of those people got E1, B1A. And then if you look at ancient times, E1, B1 was there, right? And we know E1, B1A traveled EV13 because we got the samples in Corsica, man. We brought that out the other night. So you can't use that argument. J is not the only damn haplogroup found over there.
Marker, he could say, hey, I have a connection to that region. Don't necessarily mean he's a descendant, but he has a connection because he has a marker that's from that region.
Hey, and you know what's so crazy about him saying that? Because he on the internet saying, oh, I know E1, B1A over there. Okay, so then we can make that argument that we from that region. You just said it in this video.
He could claim it. He could basically claim it if he had 60% J1 marker. He could say, hey, you know what? Them people are my descendants. But what these guys are doing, they're running because they realize they have the E1B1A marker, which is an African DNA marker from West Africa. And the E1B1A they do have, by the way, never came out of Africa until the transatlantic slave trade. So they are directly connected to West and Central Africa. They can't run away from that.
You heard what he said? Never came out of Africa to the transatlantic slave trade.
So we could go and boo-ha-ha and say, oh, I debunked that and I did this and I did that. The truth of the matter is, brother, you are claiming an identity that you're not connected to genetics, and you're running from it. The P58 marker, I'm going to pull out.
But wait, you just told me that this marker don't mean they connected to them genetically. Now you said you claiming something you're not connected to genetically based on what? Haplogroup J? You just told the people it don't matter. Nigga be lying, man. That double speak crazy, man.
Article about the Canaanites so everybody could get it in the chat. I don't play games with this. This is easy work. You don't know what you're talking about, and then you try to talk about Ashkenazi Jews on the woman's side. That's what the Jews claim. This is the female. No, I'm not claiming that.
Didn't I say the father side too?
I'm claiming that if you are from that region, you will be geographically connected to that region. We are not. I am.
We are geographically connected there because of EP2.
And Yashub is not. We can't win this debate.
Time. Hey,
I gotta jump in, G.
Good comeback round.
That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. I gotta test.
I compliment you, Yashub.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad. You know, I'll be on it.
I said you
my fangs is out, bro. I'm sorry, my fangs is out. You know what I'm saying?
I think what we should do is this next round should be the final round of the back and forth.
Right.
Let's make this the final round. Let's do 10 minutes. So you can bring out whatever information that you got. Make you got that on point.
Right.
Fill this thing home, and then let's knock it off with the question and answer, and then take it home tonight.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So his last round was debunked by the round I did prior. Everything he just said was debunked. You can't bring none of those J-Hoblo groups to establish Jewry on the male or the female side. Didn't I just go over that? That it goes back, that the patriarchs of the Jews in that land now go back to our Ashina and Khazar clans? Didn't I just bring that up? Hold on, let me just remind the damn audience. Right here, Ashina and Khazar clans from which some of the real Jewish patriarchs actually come from. This is on the male side. I already brought that up. So that end of your second round, trash, garbage, throw it away. Recycler bins over here. I want to move on now. I want to move on because the brother also, he's against blacks claiming to be Jews. So I'm going to read what Ishmael Haidara has to say about it. Someone that has the actual records from the Sephardic Jews in Mali. In Mali, he has the records from the Middle Ages saying that he descends from, and his family descends from Sephardic Jews, the Kohen clan and the Amana clan, right? So here we go. On the 15th and 19th of August, 1996, a program referred to the Jews, which is the Yahudi, considered lost and cursed. You cannot ignore that in the region of Timbuktu. Live about 1,000 million Jews, live 1,000 Malian Jews, furthermore, are Muslim like yourself. The programs are thus a moral persecution of a component of the population of the Republic of Mali. And that's what we're coming against Garfield about, because he's doing the same thing. He persecuting the real Jews, man. You persecuting the real Israelites. It's the same problem that Ishmael Haidar had with this brother. And Mali is constitutionally laid, that is denominational, multiracial. We have the right to assume our ancestry and culture heritage. That's what Garfield don't understand. We have a right to assume this. We have a right to go back to our cultural heritage. If we find evidence and patterns of evidence that go back to the ancestral Israelites, God damn it, let us do it, man. You shouldn't have a say in that. Y'all deal with racial dictatorship, man. It's which in large part, this Judaism you disparage. And that's what you do, Garfield. You do the same thing. You disparage Judaism, you disparage our ancestral lineage. And the source for that is The Black Jews of Africa by Edith Bruder. Now I'm building up to that, right? Ishmael Haidara. It says, there are many Sephardic Jews of Fez who are Islamicized but preserve their last name Kohen. So you want to talk about the American blacks and say they're not Jews? We're going to prove they're Jews. It says there are many Sephardic Jews of Fez who are Islamicized but preserve the last name Kohen. These are all black people. It says, at Timbuktu, I am called Al-Yahu. Many people hate me. Some threaten me with deportation. I am seated in 2 seats while despised by both. I am too able to say that I am Kuti or Kota or Kati, which is the Koha Sephardic Jew surname on the paternal side. You want to talk about the paternal lineage? There you go. They go back to the Sephardic Jews. They go back to real Jews, man.
Hold up, Joshua.
What's up?
That right there was the answer to that brother's question the other day. Remember, he was asking, well, what names were they going by in Africa? Right?
Yeah, I didn't go directly to what he said about the Kohen, but I said the Sakor. This is talking about the Sakor people.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just saying it just legitimized your point, what you told him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that brother ain't gonna like any answer because the nigga just biased. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, well let me know something, man. I got the great eye on my phone, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and close. I didn't want to overlap this time. It's 8:10. But yeah, as you can see, I put my scholastic foot all the way up that man's ass on his channel. On his channel, bro. Come on, man. Hey, shout out to this brother. He said the oldest J1 markers were found in the Caucasus Mountain region of Tarsus, Zargos. And the last time I checked, my people ain't from the damn Caucasus Mountains, man.
Facts.
Get the hell out of here. Oh, here we go again. Hey, shout out. See, our people actually be learning over here. them what's the nice word I can say for his audience? Your blind followers, your blind sheep don't learn nothing. We actually give sources over here and disseminate information. This brother on point. How it be praised says haplogroup E1B1 is the father and inventor of the Shemitic Afro-Asiatic language and culture. The J1 is nothing but usurpers of the Shemitic language and culture of haplogroup E1B1. Exactly. Because the Natufians are E1B1. You know what I'm saying? But man, I mean, good show. I'm glad everybody came through, but we got another time slot we got to fill. Don't nobody go anywhere. We got the Ron Tillis in the building. We will be back, family. SUC, signing off.